Nothing makes me happier than waking up on the weekend and knowing I have French toast to enjoy for breakfast. But you want to make sure you do it right and have the right information so you make French toast that has crispiness on the outside, but is beautifully custardy on the inside and not soggy. The bread is so important because it has to be sturdy enough to handle the batter and not fall apart. So I have here some bread. This is a thick sliced sandwich bread you can get at the grocery store. You might find it called Texas toast, but it's at least 3/4 to an inch thick. Stale bread is better for making French toast than fresh bread. Stale bread absorbs more of that custard, so it gives you a more custardy center. So if you have stale bread, great. If you don't, first thing you do is you get that bread out of the bag and you lay it out so that it can dry just a little bit. So let's make our batter. I'm gonna start with some eggs. I'm gonna add some milk, some sugar, some pure vanilla extract, salt, and then we're gonna whisk this together. When you go to soak your bread, it's easier obviously to soak it in a flat container. So I'm gonna transfer it now from this bowl into a shallow vessel, just so that bread can sit there and soak up that custard well. Texas toast into the custard, let that soak while I preheat my pan. So we're gonna preheat on about medium heat, and we're gonna let that get nice and warm. Now in the meantime, I like to heat my maple syrup because French toast doesn't hold on to its heat for too long. And don't cool it off with cold maple syrup. Put some warm maple syrup on. It helps the butter melt, it makes it delicious. I'm gonna turn these bread slices over to continue soaking. Once my pan is hot enough, I'm gonna go ahead and add some butter to the pan. And that's exactly what I want to happen there. I want to hear that sizzle. That tells me this pan is hot and ready for some French toast. So out come the slices, drain off any excess, and in they go to the pan. Now this pan is fantastic for making French toast because of its shape. Being square in shape like this means I can fit 4 pieces in there really nicely. Of course, I'm going to soak these 2 here. By the time it's ready to flip these will be ready to go in and join the party. So over they go, nicely browned on that first side. I'm gonna give these 2 a little more time, but not too much longer because they're catching up fast. So we've had this on medium heat. It takes a little time, but you don't wanna have it too high because if you have the temperature too high, you cook the outside, brown it too much before the inside really gets a chance to cook. So 4 pieces here, I'm just pushing in the center to make sure it feels firm and not too soggy or wet. As soon as I'm there, I'm ready to plate it up. Let's put some blueberries all over. And then the maple syrup. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more of the basics, click over here. If you'd like to know more about that great pan I used, click over here. And if you have any recipe suggestions or questions, leave them in the comments below.